NSFW Extortion. This one is straightforward and genuinely awful. Somewhere between 96 and 98% of all deepfakes online fall into this category. Non-consensual intimate images. That's not a side effect of the technology. It is the primary use case. Someone scrapes photos of you from Instagram or Facebook, normal stuff, nothing explicit, then feeds them into an AI tool that generates fake explicit images of you. Those images look real enough to fool people who know you. Then you get a message. Pay up, or these go to your mom, your boss, your school. No actual intimate photos of you ever existed. Doesn't matter. The threat is real enough. The FBI has flagged a sharp rise in cases targeting teenagers specifically, and several suicides have been linked directly to this. In late 2025, the platform Grok generated around 3 million of these non-consensual images in just 11 days, which triggered EU investigations and got it banned outright in Malaysia and Indonesia. The technology to do this is cheap, fast, and widely available, which is exactly what makes it so hard to contain. Voice clone ransom. In February 2025, scammers in Italy cloned the voice of Defense Minister Guido Crosetto and started calling some of the country's wealthiest people. The pitch was simple. A diplomat was in trouble abroad and needed emergency bail money. Fast. Because the voice on the line sounded exactly like someone these business people might actually know or respect, a lot of them didn't question it. Billionaire Massimo Moratti wired over €1 million before realizing what happened. Members of the Armani, Prada, and Beretta families were also targeted. The whole thing worked because it combined two things that are hard to resist: a trusted, recognizable voice and a time-pressured emergency. You don't stop to verify when someone important is allegedly sitting in a foreign jail cell. Fake celeb crypto. This one involves hijacking large YouTube channels, sometimes with millions of subscribers, and using them to stream deepfake videos of Elon Musk or other celebrities endorsing fake crypto platforms. The video looks live, the celebrity looks real, and the pitch sounds legitimate. In one campaign alone, criminals walked away with over $600,000. A single retiree lost $690,000 because he believed the fake Musk endorsement was genuine. That's his entire financial cushion. Gone. The same playbook has spread across Europe, with deep-faked politicians directing victims to fraudulent investment portals. The reason it works is simple. People trust familiar faces. When someone you recognize tells you to send crypto to an address, a lot of people just do it. And crypto transactions are irreversible, so once it's gone, it's gone. The Boardroom Heist. Deepfake scams targeting executives are one of the more audacious uses of AI fraud out there. The setup is simple. Criminals clone a CEO or CFO's voice and likeness, then use it to pressure finance employees into wiring large sums. The most jaw-dropping case happened in February 2024, when Hong Kong engineering firm Arup lost $25.6 million after their CFO sat through a Zoom call populated entirely by deep-faked colleagues. Everyone on screen looked and sounded real. Nobody was. Ferrari and WPP both had similar attempts made against them. Ferrari's came close to working. The only thing that stopped it was an employee asking an off-script personal question the attacker couldn't answer. One weird question. That's the margin between a near miss and a $25 million wire transfer disappearing forever. Fake child in crisis. Parents across the US have been getting calls that sound exactly like their kid screaming that they've been kidnapped, or that they're in a car crash or sitting in a jail cell needing bail money right now. The voice is real enough to make a parent's heart stop. Here's the thing, it's fake. Modern AI voice cloning tools can replicate someone's voice from as little as 3 seconds of audio. 3 seconds. That's a single TikTok clip, a short Instagram reel, anything publicly posted online. The scammer generates the fake cry for help, calls the parent, and then hands the phone to an accomplice who demands immediate wire transfers or gift cards. The whole thing is engineered around panic. When you think your child is in danger, you don't stop to verify. That's exactly what they're counting on. Romance deepfake. Romance scams have been around for a while, but deepfake technology has genuinely changed the game. Now, instead of a scammer just sending messages and hoping you don't ask for a video call, they can actually show up on camera looking like whoever they're pretending to be. The setup is usually the same. You match with someone attractive or maybe get a message out of nowhere. Things move fast, they're charming, attentive, almost too good. Then eventually there's a financial emergency, an investment opportunity, something. One woman lost $80,000 to someone posing as soap opera actor Steve Burton. Another lost $100,000 in her marriage to a fake Keanu Reeves. These weren't text-only scams. There were video calls. The FTC reported $1.3 billion in romance scam losses in 2024 alone. Deepfakes didn't create the con. Yeah, they just made it a lot easier to believe. Fake job candidate. North Korea runs a pretty audacious employment scam. They send operatives to apply for remote IT jobs at American tech companies. But instead of showing their real face on camera, they use deepfake video to impersonate a convincing Western candidate. The fake passes the interview, gets hired, then quietly funnels their paycheck back to the regime. Over 6 years, this operation hit 136 or more U.S. companies and pulled in an estimated $88 million. Cybersecurity firm KnowBe4 is probably the most well-known case. Their candidate passed 4 rounds of video interviews, got the job, and was caught on day 1 after being given system access. The behavior immediately flagged as suspicious. Turned out the whole identity was fabricated from the start. CrowdStrike's head of counter-adversary operations shared one detail that says everything about this scam. His team's favorite interview question for suspected North Korean applicants is some version of, "How fat is Kim Jong-un?" They terminate the call instantly every time. It's not worth the risk of saying something negative about the regime, even undercover. Political manipulation. Political manipulation is probably where deepfakes get the most dangerous. In early 2024, voters in New Hampshire received robocalls featuring a fake version of President Biden's voice, telling them not to vote in the primary. Someone had cloned his voice and used it to suppress turnout. The FTC fined the guy responsible $1 million, but the damage was already done. In the Philippines, fabricated videos of political candidates spread widely during elections, shaping how people voted based on things those candidates never actually said. Europe has seen a different angle. Deepfake videos of politicians endorsing investment schemes, lending criminal scams the credibility of a trusted public figure. Thousands got misled. What ties all of this together is that synthetic media can do 3 distinct things in a political context: suppress votes, shift public opinion, and make fraud look legitimate. That combination is a serious problem. Reputation destruction. In 2024, someone used AI to generate an audio clip of a Baltimore high school principal saying racist things. They posted it online, and within hours it had over 2 million views. People were furious. Death threats started coming in. The school district put the principal on administrative leave before anyone had confirmed whether the recording was even real. It wasn't. The whole thing was fabricated. That's what makes reputation attacks different from financial scams. With a scam, once you expose it, the damage largely stops. With a fake clip like this, debunking it almost doesn't matter. The original recording keeps circulating on its own. People who never see the correction still see the fake. The principal lost standing in his community, faced genuine threats to his safety, and had his career disrupted, all based on something that never happened. The lie travels faster than the truth, and it doesn't stop when you catch it. Real estate wire fraud. Real estate wire fraud has become one of the more devastating scams hitting everyday people right now. Here's how it works. You're closing on a house. Your agent, your lawyer, or the seller's rep jumps on a video call to confirm the wire transfer details. Except that's not actually them. It's a deepfake. AI-generated video that looks and sounds convincing enough to pass a quick verification check. You send the money. It's gone. The FBI logged a 500% increase in real estate deed fraud between 2020 and 2024, and deepfake tools are a big reason why. Banks and title companies introduced video verification specifically to stop simpler fraud. Criminals just adapted. What makes this one particularly brutal is that wire transfers in real estate are essentially irreversible. We're talking six-figure sums vanishing in seconds, with almost no realistic path to recovery. The timing is deliberate. Catch people at their most distracted moment, and they won't question anything. KYC Bypass. KYC stands for Know Your Customer, and it's the process banks and crypto platforms use to verify you're a real person before letting you open an account. You upload a photo ID, take a selfie, and the system checks they match. Simple enough. The problem is that criminals have figured out how to game it at scale. Here's how it works. Stolen identity documents get pulled from dark web markets. Passports, driver's licenses, the real thing. Then AI generates a synthetic selfie that matches the face on that document, closely enough to fool the verification software. The two get submitted together, and the account opens. No human ever appears on camera. What makes this particularly effective is the automation. One operation can spin up thousands of fraudulent accounts with minimal effort. Crypto platforms are hit the hardest. Around 88% of detected deepfake fraud targets their KYC system specifically, probably because onboarding is fully digital, and the accounts are useful for moving money quickly once they're open. Deepfake-as-a-Service. By 2025, you didn't need to know anything about machine learning to make a convincing fake video of someone. You just needed a subscription. Platforms started popping up that worked like any other SaaS product. Monthly fee, clean interface, customer support. Criminals use them the same way a small business uses accounting software. The operations that emerged from this were basically call centers, except instead of a human on the line, you're getting a synthetic voice, an LLM-generated script, and sometimes a real-time deepfake video of a face you trust. Multiple targets running simultaneously around the clock. AI-powered fraud jumped 1,210% in 2025. That number is almost hard to process, and Deepfake-as-a-Service sits underneath nearly all of it. It's the infrastructure. Most of the scams covered in this series wouldn't exist at their current scale without it.